So what is G20 India's theme? India's theme is emerging from its civilizational saying Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which is one earth, one family, one future. We may have different geographical boundaries, we may have different political ideologies, but we are all from the same cosmos. And therefore our entire presidency is broadly driven under three themes of one earth, one family and one future. What is G20's India's Sherpa's role? So let me tell you that every country has a Sherpa. The Sherpa is coming from the Nepalese language, and Sherpa's role is to handhold and lead the Indian leader on top of the peak, which is the Mount Everest. And my role as the Sherpa is really to assist and support the Prime Minister of India in our ability to reach on top of the mountains and scale the Mount Everest, which I am very confident of doing. What is G20 India's major milestone? I would say that the key milestone has been that we have very ably held our several meetings across the working groups and engagement groups across all states and cities of India. And we are very confident of doing a very good New Delhi Leaders Summit on September 9th and 10th, and that will be the key milestone of India. What is G20 India's priorities? The first key priority for any country in today's scenario would be to drive strong, sustainable, inclusive growth. Our priority is also accelerating the implementation of sustainable development goals. Our priority is a Green Development Pact amongst the G20 leaders to drive climate action and climate finance. Our priority is also, very importantly, reforming the multilateral institutions of the 21st century, and our priority is technological development and digital public infrastructure. But I think the most important priority is women empowerment and gender equality for all, and we've laid emphasis on all these priorities to build and develop a new world of tomorrow. So who will host the G20 presidency after India? After India, the presidency will be hosted by Brazil, and India will hand over the gavel of India's G20 presidency to Brazil during the New Delhi Leaders Summit. How is G20 presidency benefiting India? I think first and foremost we've enabled taking foreign policy and diplomacy to every part of India. We've made the citizens of India realize the significance and importance of global issues through G20. It has enabled us to take the G20 message to every state and 60 cities of India. We've used G20 as an opportunity to build infrastructure. We've used this opportunity to build the soft power of India. We've used this opportunity to drive leadership of the global world by bringing in priorities which are important to India. And I think most importantly, G20 has been important because I think global issues have come center stage during India's presidency. So how is G20 India's presidency a people's presidency? India's presidency, I think, and its big highlight has been that we've taken India's presidency to every single school, college, to different villages, rural areas, Tier 2, Tier 3 city. We've opened up debates, discussion, we've opened up model G20s. We've made G20 a people's movement. The G20 of India has been very much a people's presidency. It's very different from anything the world has ever seen by taking it to every nook and corner of India and making people of India realize that G20 has been their presidency. So how is G20 arriving upon an actionable outcome? Well, this is a part of negotiation, very tough negotiations which we do. We do a lot of debate discussions with them. Every single word is contested. It's a negotiating principles around our priorities. But India's discussions are around the theme of one earth, one family, one future, in which all our priorities fit in. And that's how we've taken the New Delhi leaders' declaration forward, by negotiating very ably, very competently, discussing and debating with all the G20 countries as well as the 9 countries which we have invited. So our discussions on all priorities are with 29 countries of the world. Thank you very much.